Hey everybody, this is CholeraSC. How's it going? And this is the coaches match of the rival battle between SKT1 and KTF. And in this game, none other than ILoveOOV will be playing for SKT1, as you see him in the suit on the right side. And the left side are the KTF managers slash coaches. I know you guys have questioned whether these coaches are actually going to be coaching players despite playing poorer than them. Well, certainly, Federer's coach, Serena Williams' dad, they're not better than the players, but certainly you don't have to be as good as the players to be coaches. That's pretty obvious. But in general, the coaches on the pro teams generally act as half managers and half organizers. I mean, they manage their day-to-day living, and they also organize the practices they'll have. I think sometimes they do point out problems that that one person or another will have, but generally they provide a managing and sort of a guidance counselor role to some of these younger players. In any case, though, on to the game. This is going to be the coaches match 2v2, and I'm sorry, but I am going to have to put my bets on SKT1. They have absolutely the best player here, ILoveOOV. Here we're seeing actually the KTF team. I think ILoveOOV is going to be playing off race, though. KTF team is the blue Protoss at the 4 o'clock and the red Zerg at the 6 o'clock. ILoveOOV, I think, is going to be on the cheater Terran he is. He's going to be on another cheater team here, and he's going to be on a ZZ team. There's ILoveOOV, of course, OSL winner, long-time rival and protege of boxers. Just an excellent Terran player. We'll see how good his Zerg play is. He is the Zerg at the 7, and here's the other the SKT1 coach, the Zerg at the 12 o'clock location. I think actually ILoveOOV might be the center of some early pressure here, the target of some early pressure, because he is in that somewhat exposed position at the 7 o'clock location. The 2v1 position is certainly not a favorable position, and ILoveOOV's main race is not Zerg. Note the KTF coaches have put their ties around their head. That gives them +1 attack automatically. Try it someday. 9 pool going up for, looks like both of the Zergs on SKT1. ILoveOOV playing Zerg. That is just scary. Scary thought. And looks like probably a 12 pool there for the KTF Zerg. And it looks like a gateway for the KTF Protoss. Maybe they won't actually go 2-gate, which will be very strange if the blue Protoss doesn't go 2-gate. That gateway just looked a little bit late. Not sure exactly if he's going to try some kind of weird 1-gate strategy, given that really what they should do is rush ILoveOOV there at the lower left. By the way, I'm not sure whether this is going to go as the first video or the last video. I actually believe this was played before the players' matches, but I think I'm going to put it at the end because I start off commentating on Game 2, Flash vs. Rumble. In any case, ILoveOOV producing his initial links. He's got gas running up. So does the 12 pooling KTF player, and so does ILoveOOV's partner. So there's going to be a lot of Zerglings in the middle, a lot of Speedlings, and I really think the advantage will lie with the KTF team initially. Oh, that drone might get taken out too. That would be a little bit shameful there. Sometimes that does happen in amateur games. The probe kills the drone, and that's just always a little bit embarrassing. Okay, Zerglings are all going to meet in the middle, and this is the power of a dual Zerg team. The KTF team is going to have to face 2 Zergs. SKT1 has 2 Zergs. Here's ILoveOOV's Zerglings moving towards the red Zerg's base. This is the KTF Zerg, and he is scared. I thought he would be going for some early pressure. I'm surprised. There's the blue KTF Protoss. He's gone 2-gate after all, and building a couple of zealots, but not joining his friends. So this is they've turned a possible disadvantage into an advantage now. The SKT1 has, and because they forced the red Zerg to put down those 2 sunken colonies, they're really quite ahead at this point in terms of resources. Those sunken colonies obviously cost a lot of drones and a lot of minerals, and the drones' potential mineral mining time. So they're really a lot behind here. Here comes the purple Zerg into the KTF Protoss' team. It looks like he's also bunkering up. So both of the KTF players bunkering up a little bit instead of meeting in the middle, which is what you need to do in a 2v2 match. You cannot just hunker down in your base and build defenses, because at the same time the other team will be free to expand possibly, or just get more attack units, and then eventually they'll be able to overcome the stacked defenses of one of the 2 players. 2 sunken colonies. Looks like a 3rd sunken colony going up for the red KTF player. And by the way, None other than Oops Reach. KTF Reach is casting for KTF, or casting, I guess, this rival match for KTF, and hopefully he'll be playing on day 2. I'll be certainly casting any games that Reach plays, whether 2v1 or 2v2 or 1v1, although I'm sure Reach is manly enough to handle a 2v1 also most days. Looks like the Zerg players for SKT1 moving in. ILoveOOV is going to show off his Muta micro pretty soon. ILoveOOV with micro with Mutalisks. That is just scary. And wow, that is a lot of speedlings. I don't think the KTF team is going to be able to meet in the middle, but I might be wrong here. Looks like, yeah, this is what I mean here. Both of the SKT1 players are able to throw their weight into one battle and then to another. In fact, that's what Napoleon did with his faster movement of his troops. He was managed to defeat forces even larger than his by making 2 separate 2v1 battles. He would often keep his armies in between 2 colliding armies of foreign troops and defeat them each in piecemeal. But now it looks like the KTF team has actually gathered together. If you want to look at some battles where that's the case, Austerlitz, perhaps one of the greatest maneuver battles in history, was fought by Napoleon, basically, where he defeated 2 armies that combined force of almost double his forces. Jena was similar too, and Waterloo was actually an attempt at that, but it failed. Anyway, though, it looks like that one drone moving forward for the Red Zerg on SKT1 team, and ILoveOOV is actually pinned up in his base, but he's going to have those Mutalisks out pretty soon, and those Mutalisks are definitely going to help him. Looks like that drone's actually going to try to build a sunken colony, but ILoveOOV denies that, killing off that drone. Looks like both of the Zergs are going to have to defend ILoveOOV's base from the 2v1 attack here. The Zealots are actually quite strong. They're going to be able to get, I think they'll be able to kill all the Zerglings, but the Mutalisks should be popping up pretty soon. The Sun Colony is still up. More Zealots coming in, though, and more Zerglings, so ILoveOOV actually in significant trouble. The Purple Zerg has not reinforced. There goes the Sunken Colony, and actually ILoveOOV is in huge trouble. Those Mutalisks have not come out in time. I thought they were going to come out in time, but unfortunately for him, looks like those Mutalisks are completely not going to be able to do enough, and I think ILoveOOV is actually smartly deciding to attack with them, and he's going to be trying to pick off as many drones as possible in the Red Zerg space. The Red Zerg actually only has 4 drones mining, so when they go down, that'll be it for him in terms of resource production at least, but ILoveOOV meanwhile is also getting demolished inside his base. He has pretty much nothing left. Purple Zerg for SKT1. Oh, ILoveOOV I think has gotten eliminated. Did he get eliminated? He might have gotten eliminated. That would have been a smart move considering he had those Mutalisks and they were going to do a lot of damage. And yes, ILoveOOV is laughing because he knows he's been eliminated. So ILoveOOV is out of the game, unfortunately, as can be expected somewhat, because really he was at that vulnerable position, and you know, he did go for fast tech, and that is very dangerous in 2v2 when you're in the vulnerable position and you go for fast tech. I also think the Purple Zerg could have been a little bit quicker with his reinforcements, to be honest. ILoveOOV actually held them off for a little bit, but the Purple Zerg was not there when he was needed. Now I definitely have to say the KTF team pretty much has this in hand. The Red Zerg still has a couple of drones left. You know, he did get hurt a little bit, but right now the Purple Zerg for SKT1 has no tech, and we're already seeing a Templar Archives up for the Protoss player, and once those High Templar come out and make themselves into Archons, it's pretty much going to be over. Here comes the last-ditch attack from the Purple Zerg. Those cannons are in way too good of a position, and with just Lings, he's not going to be able to get anywhere. Reach is laughing because he's like, just let me in this game, and well, actually, no. Reach should be happy. Never mind. He plays for KTF. What am I thinking? I was going to say that Reach was like, get rid of that Purple Zerg and let me play. But you know, Reach is happy he lent some of these manlots to the to his coach, the Blue Protoss player. I'm sure Reach told him, hey, this is what you got to do with your zealots to make them into manlots. First, you got to feed them with lots of soju, get them all drunk, and then find some ladies to be with them, and then bring them out into battlefields, into the battle, and they'll be able to pick off overlords and anything that moves. Anyway, looks like the 2v1 is about to happen here. Drones coming out, too, for the Red Zerg, and looks like some humiliation action is about to occur here. He's going to maybe build some sunken colonies to kill the Purple Zerg player off. Yeah, by the way, newsflash for those of you who haven't been paying attention, Reach is actually going to the Air Force Ace team. in a few months. I believe this will be one of his final games on the KTF team. He was the captain of the team. GG coming from the SKT1 player. He was the captain of the team, and now he will probably be, I'm going to guess, captain of the Ace team once Boxer leaves, because he is quite mature, and honestly, he has a strong leadership potential. Hopefully, he'll be playing 1v1s on the Ace team, and I do believe he will be, instead of just being relegated to that 2v2 role. Here are the KTF coaches, looking pretty good, actually, and they won the game, so they deserve to brag a little bit, certainly. And there's Flash, by the way. Looks like all of the KTF players have now got that little show tattoo on their faces. Probably going to wash off after that night, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this cast. Other players who are leaving KTF, Yellow is leaving KTF, Anytime is leaving CJ and moving to Air Force Ace, and I believe... you know what? I forgot the third player, but I'll remember it in a second, probably, and I'll probably write in the comments. But anyway, 3 new players going to Air Force Ace. No one's really sure where Yellow's going. Maybe he's just going to go to the local nightclub and spend a year there or so. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is Cholera signing off.